Welcome back to Cryptos R Us. I'm George. We're all George. Bitcoin and this crypto game pumping big time. Hint, hint. But it seems like everything's pumping today. Anything related to Bitcoin is pumping, and a lot of alts are pumping. So let's talk about today and why this crypto game is pumping like crazy, and several other projects. Let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're not doing well today, that means you're a shorter or you don't have enough crypto. That's only two things. Bitcoin strong as ever, higher than this morning. This morning when I was streaming, it was about 41.2. We cracked 42,000 once again, and we're still holding very, very strong. We went all the way up to about 42.4. We broke through this, couldn't stay above. I told you guys we're probably going to test this for a little bit. We may be going sideways for a little bit. I don't think we're just going to smash through and get to 50,000 in no time. We're probably going to hover here for a little bit, and that would be quite okay. But right now, Bitcoin is just so strong. There's no downward movement at all, right? And it's just very, very exciting. Very exciting indeed. So exciting that many analysts are going nuts. Right now, going really, really nuts. Why is that? Because now Bloomberg and their analysts are saying that Bitcoin is going to go to 500,000 in this fresh super cycle. See, everyone's going nuts right now. Okay, 200, 250,000, that's child's play. How about 500,000 this super cycle? They're arguing that, hey, the cycle doesn't have to end at 2025. We just continue forward because of all the big money coming in, institutional investors. And once they pour their billions upon billions upon billions, they're not going to go away. That's what they're saying. That's not even me. That's not even like an ultra bull that's declaring. This is Bloomberg. Bloomberg themselves, their analysts, went on TV and basically said this: $500,000 super cycle top. That's crazy. That is crazy if you think about it, okay? What else is there? Crypto funds, a 10-week inflow streak. Of course, all the money is flowing in right now because there are a lot of rumors that a spot Bitcoin ETF is about to come. In fact, Cryptos R Us host, or Cryptos R Us Plus host, Joshua Jake, who's also host on Discover Crypto, I caught him live on TikTok today, and he said, guaranteed in the next 5 days, we're going to get a spot Bitcoin ETF. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say guaranteed, but he says his sources tell him that it's going to happen in the next 5 days. That's news to me. I'm expecting the first week of January, but if we get it sooner, like within the next week, that is going to drive things nutty. We will probably end the year at 50, 55, maybe even 60,000 by the end of the year if we get a spot Bitcoin ETF approval. It's going to be wild. If you think right now is exciting, just wait. Wait until you wake up and see Bitcoin up 20% in a single day. That's when it gets exciting. And when everything else goes up 30% in a single day. Yeah, in a parabolic bull rise, that's what happens. You wake up every single day, everything's up like 30%. And we're not quite there yet. And why could this happen? Well, you're starting to see a lot of these fund managers submitting all these amendments. Julio's like double hard strap on. I don't know why that's funny. But you're seeing a lot. Bitwise is revising. Not only them, BlackRock is revising. So you got to figure the SEC is telling them stuff and they're fixing it on the spot. They're not going to let this go. So a spot Bitcoin ETF could be around the corner and accelerate things in a big way and drive Bitcoin upwards towards 500,000 $100,000 this super cycle, according to Bloomberg. Right? And right now, all the chartists, all the chartists, I should say, is drawing all the same lines I've been showing you guys. We've been breaking upwards. We broke through this upward channel. We broke through this trend line. Everyone is saying everything is being broken right now. It doesn't matter how oversold or overbought it seems. No one is selling the Bitcoin. No one dares to short Bitcoin. Why would you do that right now unless you're just looking to lose money, right? And this is below 42,000, and we're above 42,000. Oh no, actually we're below 42,000 now. My mistake. But yeah, you get my picture, right? We just keep on exploding upwards, and things are just looking good. Today, I showed you guys this morning, Coinbase stock, new 52-week high, MicroStrategy stock, new 52-week high, and everything that relates to Bitcoin they're skyrocketing, but they're skyrocketing more. I mean, this morning I talked about two altcoins. If you guys have been paying attention, look at Stacks, up 41%. This morning was already going up, but it went up even more. And Ordi, which is Ordinals, went up. They're the top three, right? Outside Conflux, squeezed in there, but they were the top two. And of course, me being D-Jenny these days, you know what? I threw a 20x long. And within a day, half day, a cool 362% gain, again. But I closed it because I think it needs to take a breather. But still, it may just keep going up. One thing I learned about leverage is you always think it's going to go up forever, right? Everyone thinks it's going to go up forever. But when it comes to leverage, when you're doing heavy leverage, it could go down in a big way. So don't be greedy or set stop losses or whatever, but just make sure. And I made like 100% on Ordi too by doing it. But that's just me, and I'm being a degen, and I don't advise anyone to do it because you'll probably lose money. But if you're putting two and two together and you realize Bitcoin is going upwards, who are going to benefit the most from Bitcoin's upwards movement? Well, the ones that have direct ties into Bitcoin, like Stacks and Ordi. Right? And there's other ones too, like Rootstock, but I don't think that has been going up yet. But that might be a next one. Anyways, okay, now moving forward, what else has been pumping to the moon? Well, this one doesn't relate to Bitcoin, but it does relate to crypto. It relates to a game, okay, that has been doing absolutely fantastic. Recently, I've been covering a lot about games, and here's the reason why. And I even said in my Sunday video, if you guys paid attention, one of the themes, the common themes right now, in terms of the categories that are pumping, games is leading the way. There's just a lot of games out there. A lot of really good, maybe not AAA, like AA plus or something like that already exist, and more that are coming. And they've learned from their previous mistakes, and they have kind of fixed them. And now there's a lot of money coming in, right? And a lot of users coming in. So it makes sense that games would lead the way right now. I don't know if they're number one. L1s are doing very well as well. But games are definitely coming up in a big way. Regardless if you play or not, you need to pay attention, right? The biggest mover today is Big Time. 50% gain, okay? That's just crazy if you think about it. That is really crazy. So they are 200 million. They've been out for like a year. It's just no one paid attention until now because things are coming back, right? And yesterday I did a 15x leverage on it and I made 400%. Today I did the same thing and I made like 300%, but I didn't tweet it out because I don't feel like I need to tweet out every single thing. But it's been pretty good. And I said that I was going to buy Big Time in my portfolio, which I did. And that is up 50% since I bought it. So this thing is hot, hot, hot. Here's the thing. And I'm going to explain why it's so hot, because actually there's a reason, many reasons for it. And it's still low cap. It's only 200 million. Okay. So obviously there's a lot of room to grow. So what is Big Time? Well, Big Time is, they call themselves a AAA game. I would say it's pretty close to a AAA game. Here's some gameplay here. And you know what? This game has actually been out for a while. I think it's close to like a year. Maybe not a year, but they are a big RPG game. And who started this? Who started this game? I bet you guys have heard of this company before, Decentraland. The prior CEO of Decentraland actually started this game with a lot of game developers, AAA game developers. So obviously someone that's been in the space for a while. And you know what he was doing before he was in Decentraland? Scrolling down. He worked for Zynga. Obviously, I think most of you guys know. Well, if you're part of Facebook generation, you would know Zynga created some of the most viral games out there. So he was working for Zynga before he jumped into Decentraland, and now he jumped out of there and jumped into big time studios, okay, and created this with many others. And you know what? Big time game. Well, they're a Web3 game, right? Which means there's an in-game economy, which means there are NFTs. It means that the items in the games you get to own, and there's value to them. So unlike traditional games, in case you're confused, like why do we need a Web3 game versus a Web2 game? Because of ownership. Because traditionally in Web2 games, whatever you buy, whatever you accumulate, whatever, they're not worth anything. You can't transfer out of the game. It pretty much stays in the game. That's it, right? But with ownership like this, with these NFTs, they can be transferred. They can be transferred to different players or to your own other player. You could sell it and you could create. I mean, there's many things you could do with it, right? So there's a whole in-game economy with this. And, you know, there's just a lot of things going on with it, right? And here's the other thing, too. The token economics of big game is pretty good, and here's why. Because unlike other games, okay, there was no ICO, there was no seed investor token offerings, or even a team allocation. So everything was fair launched. So if you think about that, that's really rare. Usually games or crypto projects, there's some kind of allocation for the team, and they give some to the seed investors, right? Like the angel investors or the influencers. And or they do an ICO and they didn't do it, which is really good, right? And if you look at how they operate right now, basically 60% player rewards, 20% community referrals, 20% going to the ecosystem treasury in terms of what is being collected. So that's pretty fair, 20% to the treasury, right? But the biggest thing is no ICO, no seed token offerings or team allocation. Everything is fair. It was fair launched, which is really good. Now, part of the reason why it's been going up because a lot of listings, Coinbase listed them, OKX listed them. I remember like Huobi recently listed them. So, I mean, a lot of these listings, Coinbase listing, Coinbase effect is real. These days, whatever gets listed on Coinbase tends to pump. And if they haven't pumped yet, you may want to pay attention. Someone recently showed me a Coinbase listing of some unknown coin that was like sub 10 million market cap. I wish I remember what it was. I don't think it's not big time, but something else that there may be something to that because Coinbase stuff is just going up like crazy. And here's the thing. This is not a theoretical game. This is not in development. It's already out. And I didn't know this. You go on twitch.tv and you could see there's a lot of people that are streaming this already. So obviously not like crazy millions of people are watching it, but there's a fan base already. So this is already out, right? So unlike a lot of the other AAA games, they're still being developed and there's a pre-promise, I guess, that they're going to be absolutely fantastic. This is already out. And they're already doing tournaments, and they're giving out big-time rewards, right? So they're actually already out, conducting tournaments, building a hype, getting players in while introducing Web3 elements. I mean, that's pretty fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. And here's the thing, too. I had this slide here. Maybe I closed it out. But there was a slide here that I was going to show you guys that actually you craft things. So they have a really unique way, okay, to rather than force people to buy things, you actually craft it. And whatever you craft actually is worth money. So that's actually pretty smart. So it doesn't force you to buy NFTs or items right away, right? And the way their inflation works is also interesting. You have to hold something. There's some kind of in-game item you need to equip your player with, and then you get rewarded big-time tokens while playing the game, like play to earn. Like, how cool is that, right? Anyways, that's kind of a broad overview of Big Time. They're doing absolutely fantastic right now, getting a lot of attention because the listings, exchange listings, and now gamers are picking it up. Everyone is talking about it. It probably will cool down. Okay, it just went up 50%, so probably not something you want to FOMO in right now, but I definitely think it has long-term potential for sure, being in the gaming space and with what they have already. So that's all. That is Big Time Gaming. What else is there? I mean, just a few other updates about games in general. I've been covering a lot about games, right? WAGMI Games, another one. It's a mobile game that's coming out. You could already play the alpha, but the launch is coming out pretty soon. But you can see the number of holders, number of players is skyrocketing right now, right? A lot of people are just getting into games, or they have been into games already, you know, and we're just not paying attention, but that's good for them. I know a lot of you guys are WAGMI fans. Also, you know what? I covered DFK recently, and one of the criticisms I gave Dreamer about DeFi Kingdoms is because people have asked me, hey, I like DeFi Kingdoms. I like to get in, but how do I buy some Jewel? Because they're not on any exchanges except MEXC. But there's an interesting story there because MEXC listed tokens that are not actually the real tokens. They're like a version that was from Harmony that got destroyed or something. I don't know quite. I don't quite know the version on MEXC, but if you're buying it on MEXC, be careful because it's not the actual Jewel from DeFi Kingdoms chain, the DFK chain, right? But anyways, I talked to Dreamer. I'm like, you got to make it easier for people to get in, right? So they're looking for exchange listings right now. They put this buy Jewel right on the front page in case you want to learn how to buy Jewel in an easy way. But you don't need Jewel to go in and play. I showed you guys. They are actually a game, and you could go in and just play without needing any Jewel at all, right? And since Jewel has a maximum supply and deflationary, and they're starting to get some momentum, they're up 100% in the last 7 days. Since I've talked about it 3 days ago, they're up 50%. And here's the kicker. They're still at only 18 million when in fact they were above $1 billion in 2021. Just to throw that out there. That's a big gap right there, okay? I'm not sure they could go back up there, but you know what? In a bull market, anything could happen. All right, that's pretty much it. You know, I have CRU Plus. Speaking of CRU Plus, I talked about Joshua Jake, hearing the rumor from him. Grady's straight interview, and we have another fighter. All these fighting videos for the IFC. By the way, the parties come up in about a week and a half. In case you want to go, this is the time to join. But Adam, a lot of you guys don't know Adam, but Adam will be fighting. He's very well tuned with a lot of influencers, but he's fighting this crazy guy who's actually a fighter, like a pro MMA fighter. So I don't know. He's kind of crazy. Let's just put it that way. But check out that video. Also very interesting on Cryptos R Us Plus. All right. That is pretty much it. Today's just a good day. I mean, like, again, global market cap is going up, skyrocketing. Bitcoin just keeps going up. Everything is going up. Like, how could you be bearish at this point? You can't. All right, let's do some Q&A. Ooh, that's a lot there. I don't have my Blue Label. A lot of people calling me to drink Blue Label. I don't think it's time yet. But if Bitcoin breaks above to like 48, I will bust it out. Which actually it can happen soon. All right, let me scroll up. Rich says DCA. Today's not DCA day. Today is just Monday. All right, Andy, big $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Need to make a Dickas coin. I bet one already exists if you look at it. All right, let's see here. Maple has been killing it. Yes, L2. I've looked into it. It is actually L2 doing really, really good. Bill Curtis keeps super chatting me about AMO and 49ers. I think that news is coming out tomorrow, my friend. You're kind of leaking it, so I'm going to wait until tomorrow to talk about it. Let's all chase George on the street with strap-ons. Let's not do that. Yeah. Hey, another George just gifted 5 memberships. Awesome. Awesome. IoTeX, why is it pumping? It's just its turn. I don't like IoTeX. I don't. A lot of stuff started pumping recently, okay? Just randomly, which, you know, things are going to get their turn, which is fine. But today someone mentioned Shiba's pumping. Today memes are pumping. Look at Doge is up 4%. Sheeb was up. Yeah, it was actually way up. You know what? One that I really regret not buying is Bonk. I looked at Bonk. It's like 332 million. That's a lot. That's a lot. I should have bought Bonk. I think that may be the highest highest meme behind Pepe. They might be number 4. Pepe is barely above 500, so yeah. So Bonk is doing very well. I tweeted out, like, what's the next Bonk? It may be Myro, because they're only 32 million and they're on Solana. And Sneck is coming back. I noticed they're back up to 30 million. So they may be, and they're up 17%. They may be doing really well too. Yeah, but I kind of missed the Bonk bandwagon, but it's okay. There's always more stuff. Pablo asked about Bonsai. Yeah, I'm a advisor for them. So I think they had the promise to help people create more memes and create more tokens. That's what Seed is all about. Allowing people to do it in a very easy, decentralized manner. And they're a micro cap right now. They're only like 4.61 million, and they're doing very well. They're going to launch, I think tomorrow, they're launching their launcher. So after that, people can come out with memes left and right without any programming language or knowledge. Think about that. Library's up 50%. They're bankrupt. PZP Plays app. They're really small, but somehow they got listed on KuCoin. Are they from before? No, they came out this year. I don't know how they got listed on KuCoin. They were incubated by KuCoin Labs. That's why. Play tournaments, PvP, are games. It's like, you know, it's like games that you play by yourself. I mean, something like this could work, but they're kind of boring. These are like, you know, the boring games that you play when you have nothing to do. So Yeah, I don't know. Someone said Gala is ripping. Is Gala ripping right now? Let's see. I think anything that has anything to do with games is doing well right now. The 11%, that's not bad. 7 days, 14%. Month, 53%. So they're coming back a little bit. You can see a little bump here, but they're still far off from their previous high. What else is there? Vulcan. I think Vulcan's also doing very well. They're up 4% today. For the month, they're up about 70%. Yeah, Vulcan is also in a very good position to get back to their glory days. I think they were close to 800, 900 million market cap. They're already at 200 million, so you know they've recovered well, and they still have more to go. But there's several other gaming projects, obviously. Retro Bill, I'm digging this. Feels like the Super Bowl. I mean, it kind of does. Yeah. The other George that just gifted 5 memberships. Appreciate you from Melbourne, Australia. Love what you do on a daily basis. I appreciate that, my man. And I appreciate your support. Without you guys, I don't know if I could have lasted this long. I probably could have, but still. It's much more enjoyable with you guys with me. Devin Lunder bought a bunch of XRP a month ago. Now learning of the crazy supply of XRP. I know once I sell, it will rocket. How much XRP? Well, XRP actually has a set supply. But the team holds about 50% of it. Is that what you mean? So it's not going to inflate more. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't know if that's what you mean, but generally speaking, like you said, as soon as you sell something, it goes up. That's usually what happens. So it's probably going to happen again. And XRP Army will be happier for it. Ice Blink, 1 membership gifted. Thank you. Rand mentioned Alphium, maybe the next coin to break out, part of the scalable POW narrative. What do you think? Never heard of it. But, you know, who knows? It might happen. Low cap. Wow. It's a nice web page, but I don't know enough about them. I'll do some research into them. I'll do some research. Thoughts on Grok? Elon is posting about it. No, that's not what Elon is posting about. Someone created a meme coin. It has nothing to do with what Elon says. Don't be fooled. If you think that's the case, then you shouldn't be buying it. I just want to make girls laugh and be happy myself. That's all. What do you mean by that? You mean you want to be... Well, you could do that right now without crypto. So what do you need that? I don't get what you need. George needs a strap-on game. You know what? My strap-on NFTs have been slowly going up in price. I think I only sold them for like $50. And now I saw the floor price is almost 200. Those of you guys that got one, congrats. It's probably only going to go up from here. No guarantees. Shrapnel is killing it. I covered Shrapnel the other day. They do look like they're going to kill it, but they're not out yet. Man, they're up 22%. And they're only under 100 million market cap, you know. Not on a lot of big exchanges. Let's see. They're on BingX. I don't think you can leverage trade them, though. My leverage plays on BingX are doing quite well. 313, 136, 122. Let's see if I can... yeah, you can't throw like a 20x at it, but I'm pretty sure they have it in the spot market. Yeah, big time, you know. Oh, I got logged out. Yeah, big time needs a breather. Like it, you know, we need to see it go down a little bit, but it's just so hot. No one wants to sell it right now. You know, you should never go into something that's up 50%. Okay, unless you want to be a degen, and you could lose a lot of money by doing it. But yeah, big time is just like gaining all the momentum right now. But Shrapnel could be a good one at 77 million. Do I like Axie? No, you know why? Because Axie, first of all, is very big, and second of all, um, you got to buy NFTs to get in. Right now, they have like guilds that'll lend it to you, and you can like get some free ones or something, but it's not exactly the same. And they're already at like 1 billion in market cap, right? Like these other ones, way lower, so there's more potential there. Now, with that said, Axie could definitely go back to their previous high, which is crazy at 160. Um, but yeah, isn't there a? Oh yeah, there is a premiere. Yeah, it's a premiere right now. Everyone should go and watch it. This is featuring Adam Charles. We should have pushed that back a little bit on Cryptos R Us Plus. Gods Unchained is the best play to earn game, most undervalued too. That's good. I'm not a fan of card games though. I mean, I guess they could be fun, but like I rather play RGP games or MMORPG games. Why is Ethereum not hotter? I don't know. Right now, it's just not. But you know, it's still trending upwards with Bitcoin. It's just not as fast as Bitcoin, but it'll get its day. Remember, there are spot Ethereum ETFs also pending. When that comes out, that could drive a ton of money into Ethereum too, right? So just get ready for that. Bidner vs. Sand hasn't ripped yet. Any news? Because Sand is not really a game. It's a metaverse. And people are kind of sick of metaverses. But I have no doubt that Sand will also... They're backed by Animoca. Animoca brands are just huge. They're still at $1 billion market cap. So they topped out at 7.5. So that's still like a 20x. But you just got to be patient. I don't know. The new wave of games is definitely taking all the excitement away. I have a nice portfolio, Geo, and I still have 5K algo. Should I get rid of? I can't answer that, Geo. Only you can. Algo for me, I don't hold any algo. I don't like them. I don't know. I just don't. They're considered SEC. Their CEO left. They did this big FIFA NFT partnership that did nothing for them. Their biggest DEX, AlgoFi, went bankrupt. I mean, there's just a lot of bad things about Algorand. Charles Hoskinson loves them, but he doesn't really talk about Algo anymore either. Man, the more I talk, the more people are tuning in. I want to get out of here. WWT, no, WW2 Doge. I don't know how to say your name, but I'm just going to say that. Without George keeping me on track past the years, I wouldn't have been able to quit my job this year. Feels great. I'm 34 years. If you retired at 34, man, I'm jealous of you because you're ahead of me. That's awesome. Congratulations. The interior guy. Thinking about swapping some of my ETH for TIA and ADA. What do you think? I mean, obviously, Celestia has been doing really well. You know, I picked up a bag myself. They're one of the hottest L1s right now. But, you know, they may slow down. You know, case in point, Injective started this year really hot, and they stopped completely. They have not moved, you know, within a month. Look at it. Within a month, they have moved only 10%. But if you look at a full year, yeah, they're up 1,000%. But, you know, they were really hot. They stopped moving. I have a feeling Celestia may be in the same boat. I hope not, but they're around the same market cap. So, you know, when it comes to crypto, especially with alts, money tends to flow out of certain niches and into different niches, or certain projects into other projects within the same niche. It happens all the time. You see trends. And sometimes you just can't spot it. Sometimes it just happens, right? Like Near Protocol going up 6%, or Mantle going up 6%, VeChain going up 3%. You know, why are these going up when like Ethereum is not moving, or Solana actually went down? It's because people took profits from Solana and started putting into something else, right? So, any 50 to 100x coins you got your eye on, like, right now, to be honest, no. Like, not something super awesome that I found that could do a 50 to 100x, but I will say, I did mention about Seed. Seed is very small cap. They can do a 50x. You know, they're not a game. They're not DEX. They're not an L1. They're not very sexy in those manners. But, you know, they're coming out decentralized token creator. It's basically like a one-click setup, so anyone could come out with the token. So I think it's going to do really well, because a lot of people will use this and create 1 million tokens and 1 million new meme tokens, and it'll be a big people driver. So maybe them. Outside of that, I don't keep anything else that has 100x potential. Like, I don't really look at it. Stop shilling energy or spamming energy. All right. What about Splinterlands? They're building a game for Major League Soccer. You know what? Some of the Splinterland guys will be at the IFC party. So in case you wanted to talk to some of them, they will be here. Okay, December 14th, in 10 days. If you guys want to meet other crypto projects, influencers, myself, Karate Combat fighters, this is going to be a good party in Vegas, in a very nice spot. Okay, that looks like this. It's going to be good. So if you want to attend, it's not too late. Pick up some tickets. Or you could get a VIP and get a special I Am George NFT. It's going to be very exclusive. Just FYI. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Overall, Bitcoin is fantastic. It's hot, and just so hot, and it's going to get even hotter. And Bloomberg is going nuts with their predictions. $500,000 with the super cycle. Not the next cycle. This current cycle becomes a super cycle that pushes it to 500,000. Just think about that. And also, games are hot, big time right now, doing very well. I covered them briefly. Do your own research, but they do actually look like a winner. And there's several other games in the space that look like winners as well. So smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And head over to Cryptos R Us Plus. I ran long, but go check out the latest video right here. And check out all the other videos, because they're all awesome and entertaining. So do it, please. All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.